Okay, welcome back. So again, we just expanded everything out here. Now, in the previous examples that we were looking at, our two terms of the binomial are just a and b. There's nothing to really simplify. Now one of our terms is a number, so we can simplify these terms a lot. So if you look at the first one here, we have 1 times x to the 6 times 2 to the 0, which is also 1. So these 1's multiplied just get 1, so our first term simplifies to just x to the 6. Okay, for the next term, I'm going to have plus. So I have a 6 here, and I have 2 to the 1 here. 6 times 2 gives me 12, so I have 12x to the exponent 5. And I can do this for every single term. I'm essentially just doing whatever multiplication I can do so it's not as messy, right? So I just have a coefficient and my variable. So 2 squared is 4 times 15 is 60. So I have 60x to the 4th. Okay, 2 to the 3 is 8 times 20 is 160. And so on and so forth. I'm going to let you finish this one up and finish out those last few terms and see if you get the same answer that I did. So you should wind up with 240x squared plus 192x plus 64. Okay, so this is the simplified form. So again, hopefully you find this faster than expanding everything out using an array, and hopefully you're less likely to make a mistake this way too once you get used to using it. Okay, so let's do another example. This one's slightly, well, I mean, the power is not as big. It's only power of 4, but you can see it's going to be a little bit more complicated. We have a negative in there. We have a coefficient on the x. So let's run through it together. So first thing you're going to do is you see that it's exponent of 4. So to go back to Pascal's triangle, this means you're looking at row 5 for your coefficients. So row 5 has coefficients 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. So I'm going to write those out so I have them. Okay, and after that I'm just going to follow the same pattern I did before. So first coefficient is 1. Now if you don't want to write in that 1 because it's redundant, obviously you can skip that step. I'm just trying to show the pattern here. So my first term is 2x. So I'm going to have 2x all to the exponent 4. And then I'm going to have my next term, which is minus 3 all to the exponent 0. Now we all know something to the exponent 0 is 1, so this is actually going to be gone. If you want to skip this part, obviously you can as well. It's not necessary to have that, but again, just trying to show a pattern here. So then I'm going to go plus, my next coefficient is 4, and then subtract 1 from the exponent on 2x, so it's going to be 2x cubed, and then it's going to be negative 3 to the exponent 1. Okay, so I'd like you to take a minute here and work along with me. Try and finish off the rest of these terms on your own. Okay, so hopefully you got something like this. So again, I'm adding 1 to each exponent on negative 3 as I move through. I'm subtracting 1 from the exponent on 2x as I move through, and my coefficients come from Pascal's triangle. So once you have this, that's a really good start, but again, we have to simplify it. And this is where people tend to make a lot of mistakes just with the algebra here. So for starters, now here 1 is just 1, negative 3 to the 0 is 1. But remember here that when you are simplifying here, you have 2x all to the exponent 4. So you have to apply that exponent of 4 to both the 2 and the x. So 2 to the exponent 4 is 16. So we get 16x to the 4th as our first term once it's simplified. Okay, for our next term, Again, this is working get very complicated. I have 4 times 2 cubed times negative 3 to the exponent 1. So again, just to show this step in slow motion here, I'm going to have 4. 2x cubed is 8x cubed. And then multiplying it by negative 3. So you need to simplify that in your calculator by multiplying the coefficients. So I have 8 times 4 times negative 3, which gives me negative 96. So I'm going to have minus 96x cubed. Okay. What you have to be careful of here is because now, because we have a negative 3 involved, that negative 3 will actually change the sign of the entire thing, so 16x to the 4th minus 96x cubed. Okay, let's keep going. So I'm going to have 6 times 2 squared times negative 3 squared. Now since the negative 3 is squared, it becomes positive, so it's positive 9 times 6 times 2 squared, which gives me 216, but it's positive 216x squared. Okay, so again, keep going. Try the last 2 terms on your own. Work along with me here. Okay, let's compare the answer I got. Okay, same thing. So again, just be very, very careful. Most of the mistakes made from this point on are really just algebra mistakes, bed mass errors, not applying the exponent or the negative to the right spot. So just be careful of little things like that. Take your time, and you won't make any mistakes. Now, I would like you to try number 3, the last example here, on your own. So again, try and write out the expanded form, and then try and simplify it from there. And I've included the answer for you right down there. So if it's not working out for you, take a look at what I got and see if we can find out where it went wrong. Okay, so give it a try, push play, and ready to see it. Alright, so take a minute and check your answer. So again, I just followed the same pattern I did before. So my coefficients came from row 6. So 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1 were my starting coefficients there. I started off with 3x, all the exponent 5. Then took 1 away from the exponent for each term. I started with negative 4, the exponent 0, and added 1 to the exponent for each term. And then again, you just have to be careful when you're simplifying to make sure you're applying the exponent to the 3, that you're applying the negative if it applies to the term. So just take your time there. If it's not working out for you, if you're not sure where these numbers came from, come ask me and we'll run through the algebra together. But this is what you should get for a final answer. Okay, so that's it. That's all. And hopefully the homework goes well.